How does this export happen? So remember this diagram, a very important thing. Now we will understand how export is done. Let us say we are sitting here. We have a factory here, or we have a warehouse, whatever. Then we have our company. As we said, you should have a company, proprietorship or private limited, whatever. Then you should have a IEC license, import export code license. That is must. These things are must. Then what we'll do? You will do the marketing of your product. Marketing is the engine of your product. Once you do the marketing, you will get requirements. Once you get requirement, you will offer better pricing to your customer. Once both the party negotiate and agree on something, that buyer will give you purchase order. Once he give you purchase order, what you will give? We will give him estimate. What will be the bill for that order? That is called pro forma invoice. That is called pro forma invoice, PI. In that pro forma invoice, we will mention product packaging, product details, product pricing, quantity, amount in dollars, payment terms, delivery terms, our exporter's name, importer's name, my banking details, everything is there on the pro forma invoice. And payment terms are also there. Let's say if we have a payment terms of, let's say, 50% advance, like let's say 50% advance and 50% credit. If such is the payment term, then customer should acknowledge this PI and he should pay us advance. So he will acknowledge the PI and then he will pay us 50% advance. After that, what we will do? Exporter. Then exporter will go to the market and he will procure the raw material. Then he will process it, manufacturing it or buy it, whatever he want to do. He will do that depending on the product. He will do the packaging of his goods, which need to be sent. After that, where do we send the product? From where export happens, what we saw? From port. We have to send our cargo. This is called cargo. Our goods are called cargo to the port. But before port, there is one facility, which is called CFS, Container Freight Station, where all these containers are kept, because our cargo will be kept in container and then container will be kept on the vessel. So where are these containers kept? They are kept in a CFS, Container Freight Station. Also, who's there in CFS? In CFS, there is a custom officer who is a government employee. He is there. He checks everything. Okay, you want to export something. Where is your license? Where is the permission? Where is your cargo? Where is your documents? Is it correct? Is it allowed? Is pricing correct? All those things he will check. And then he will give you the permission for your container to export. That is called custom clearance. Who does that? Custom officer. So after your container get clearance by custom officer of India, that container moves to the port. Port is like a ST stand, where there are different vessels. They are there which are going to different countries. So your container, this port authority will put your container or onboard your container on the right vessel to the country to which you want to send your container. They will board that container on that vessel. Okay, so this vessel, when they receive a container, they give you the receipt. The shipping line gives you the receipt. Okay, we received your container for export and this is the proof. And then this vessel sails from our port, sail towards another country's port. Okay, so then this container is unloaded by this port authority and that is kept in their CFS, Container Freight Station. So this is the port in our country and this is the port in destination country. So this is called, our country port is called loading port and this is called destination port. That is how container moves. Now what happens to the container which has reached to the CFS in other country? That importer who has given us an order and who has imported the container, there is an obligation on him to release that container, legal obligation, because he has ordered the goods. So he has to go and do the custom clearance. For that custom clearance, what he needs original documents. And who has documents? We have the document. We are exporter. We have the receipt. Okay. So after this container moves away from the port, we get all the documents. Then what we have to do with that document? We have to verify all the documents. If their name is correct, address is correct, numbers are correct, we have to verify them, right? After that, we have a bank account. We are exporter, we are a businessman, so we have our account in one bank, international bank. We have to submit all these documents to the bank. And we have to request bank, look, this is the purchase order, and this is I'm exporter, this is the importer, and I need to send document to my importer, and his bank is this. So request you to send this document to him. Okay, so bank is our partner. Bank will verify all the documents, and then bank will send this document to the importer's bank. That is the bank's role to process the import-export document. So this importer's bank, like we are a customer of our bank, importer is the customer of his bank. When that document reaches the importer's bank, that bank will verify the document and they will call importer. They will call him, sir, we have received your documents in our bank. You can please collect these documents. But before that, you have to pay us $5,000. Let us say we got a purchase order of how much? Let's say $10,000 here. Which order which we got was worth $10,000. Out of that, $5,000 he paid 50% advance. How much is remaining? $5,000. So bank will tell him, sir, your documents has arrived. You can take this document, but before that, you have to pay your bill. So that importer has to go physically to the bank. He has to accept all the terms, conditions, all the papers, whatever. He has to sign there. He has to pay the bills. Then only bank will hand over the document to him. Right? Otherwise, if he doesn't come or he doesn't pay, bank will never give the document to importer. And then who's the owner of that container? Exporter. Because we have exported. So that control in our hand. Once this importer receives the document, what he will do? He will give his document to his custom agent and he will apply for custom clearance to his custom officer. Right? Like we have a custom officer in our country. So he also has a custom department and custom officer in his country. So he will apply for the custom clearance. Then custom officer will do the assessment and he will tell him to file the taxes and duty. He will present him a bill which importer has to clear. Once importer clears this bill, he can take the container. The container will be released and he can take it to his warehouse. And then he can sell and he can do the further business. Now, what happens to that $5,000, which he has deposited in his bank? That bank transferred that to our bank and our bank transferred that to our account. That is how export shipment is done. Did you get this? So this is how we send the document to importer and this is how we receive the money. We receive the dollars in our account. This is a simple export cycle. This is the system. There are two companies, import-export companies. There are two countries. There are two countries, custom departments involved. Shipping line is involved. There are two international banks which are involved. So this business happens through a system. There is a control on this system. So if you know this system and if you work as per the system, then you are safe. There are very least chances to get stuck. Whatever cases you might have heard good or bad about this industry, mostly bad, happens because people doesn't know the system well. Today, I just give you an overview of the system, but there are many aspects in this, many different things in this which you need to know. The documentation part, the banking part, terms, conditions, LC, receipts, payment terms, negotiation, delivery terms, all those things are there. What is the exporter's role? What is custom officer's role? What is the shipping line role? What is importer's role? What is bank's role? Once you understand all these things, then it becomes easy. So if you see the domestic business, there is no security, no such system. We are on our own. Even if there is a neighbor who is not paying your bills, what you will do? You can't touch him. But here, if you work with the system, if your importer is not paying you, then still you can put a case on him or you can take an action, or there are some other systems which will compensate you. If you work as per the system and if something unfortunate happens, then but still government of India is with us and they are offering us insurances for your business risk, any kind of risk. What else you need? You just need to know the system and you just need to know how to take benefit of that insurance. So there is a risk in every business. So there is a risk in this business also. But our job is that to manage that risk, to learn how to manage that risk. So this is the basic of export cycle. Even if you are importing, it's the same terminology, same process. Only thing is that now you are sitting on the importer side and goods are coming from other country to us in India. Maybe from China, Taiwan, Japan, or Korea or Germany. It's the same procedure. Exporter is sitting there, he has a factory, but yeah, now you know while importing what things you need to, what steps that cargo, the goods will cross, how custom clearance will happen in his country, how it will happen in my country, what is my role, what is his role, what is my right, what is his right, what is system saying. So this system, import-export system, is same across the globe. Whatever countries are there in the world, all of them are following the same system. Custom clearance happens in the same way in all countries, same documents, same standard, same terminology. Now you see, once you understand this business, Whole world is accessible to you. The whole world becomes your market. That's the potential in this industry, in this knowledge.